we decide whether a particular application, software application or AI, whether it is falling under which class, depending upon the risk it poses to the patient, rather than the purpose it is used. So intended use is one important key for grant of license, but the main issue for categorization will be for risk it poses to the patient. So class C and D, we ourselves, we take the applications, we process them. In cases any new medical device. So I will go into the detail what is a new medical device. So if a medical device, maybe you can categorize into two types. One is a predicate. That means a predicate means for which already a similar medical device is already in existence or approved anywhere in the world. For example, if a cardiac stent is there, so we have already so many cardiac stents that are being manufactured and commercialized, whether in India or whether in any other country. So in such cases, if a manufacturer comes forward and manufactures a medical device which is similar to the existing medical device, so we say this medical device has a predicate device and the intended use remains the same, everything remains the same, then we say that no clinical data is required in such cases. For example, if any AI as a medical software as a medical device is developed for, so earlier one of the speakers said, so retinal scan for detecting fatty liver. So if someone is coming with this sort of software to diagnose fatty liver through retinal scan, so as far I'm not sure whether any such product have been approved elsewhere. If no product has been approved for this particular intended use, then it is treated as a new medical device. And in case of a new medical device, they have to demonstrate to us whether it is of efficacious use, it is of the claimed efficacy. The second one is it is safe, under what conditions, whether it is safe under, for example, in every medical device, in any clinical development, there are some inclusion and exclusion criteria. So this particular drug or device will not work for this category of persons. Maybe, for example, if the device is developed for adults and it will not be in a position and no one knows whether it gives the same results for children or if it gives the same results for geriatrics. So these are the intended uses and the risks have to be quantified, and within this particular intended use, the data has to be developed and it has to be clinically validated, and once it is proven to the regulator that this particular software as a medical device with this intended use gives output which is reproducible and it is of acceptable safety and subject to condition that the post-marketing surveillance or post-marketing pharmacovigilance is being carried out for monitoring its safe use. In such conditions, we issue licenses subject to various conditions to generate more safety data, because in the data that is generated during the development phase will be of a limited scope when compared to the real world situation. For example, in case in the earlier case, as doctor said, that if anyone wants to diagnose fatty liver through retinopathy, retinal scan, in such cases, if he doesn't have any other comorbidities, so what is the outcome? If he has other comorbidities, for example, if the patient himself is suffering from diabetic retinopathy, and in such cases, whether it gives the same outcome as stated, so this will be the compounding factors, and there need to be data to prove that one. So all this issues, they are addressed in the real world situation, and they continue to generate safety data and submit to the regulator from time to time. So this is the way any medical device is regulated in this country. So CDSCO, what are the standards that we apply? So basically, when we regulate drugs, the requirements are different, and there we say the good manufacturing practices that need to be followed for manufacture of drugs in the country. But when we started regulating the medical devices, we moved away from the good manufacturing practices to quality management system. The quality management system, the standard is available in ISO 13485. So QMS system is something which are general management principles. So how a organization, what will be the responsibility of each of the individuals, whether they have a quality system, they have a grievance redressal, and then so if any issues, concerns are there, then how they are addressed, whether reproducible, whether there are standard operating procedures. So all this, whether customer feedback, customer experience is being captured, and whether there is a correcting mechanism. So all these are addressed to the QMS. In the QMS, the general principles are there, but they are customized by the manufacturer or developer, whoever does this one. And later, the second part is the horizontal and vertical standards. These are the standards laid down by the BIS. BIS is the Bureau of Indian Standards of India. So where they lay down the standards for various medical devices. So medical devices, for each category, there are separate medical, the standards are there. So normally there's a IEC standards for many of them, and depending upon each of the product, I mean nature of the product, whether it is it is a combination product, or whether it is a say manufactured from metals, or manufactured from any other plastics. So they have different standards, and accordingly those standards have to be complied with.